All right, people. I'm gonna do a janky iPhone live stream here for you. Try not to shaky hand this thing for you all this afternoon. But as you can see, the Brewster Green, the Mr. Gentleman Brewster is here. It's arrived. It hasn't been polished yet. I spent all last night sort of unboxing it and getting it set up. Uh-oh, where are you going?
We're going to the football banquet.
Oh.
Or, football in your park.
Figures you guys haven't been in here in 5 hours until I decided to go live, and then. So, anyway, Brewster Green paint to sample, GT3 Touring. This is a 992. So, you know what? What's the? Let me look up the year. What's the year? Okay, it is a 22. So mine's still a 2022 GT3 with touring package. And the way that I got this is that I had a deposit down on a touring. And luckily this year, my friends at Porsche Wilmington had, they switched the GT3s, the allocation structure, and that the touring allocation was different from the regular GT3. So I was like 20 something on the list for GT3, but when the touring came out, I was able to get one. So thanks to Tom Walsh and the team up at Porsche Wilmington, North Carolina, that got me the car. They also got me my GT4 and my G80 M3 as well. So let's just kind of walk through it. I washed it, deconned it, but the paint is not in nearly as good a condition as what you're seeing right now. So it's not gonna, it doesn't look very good under the lights here. So it needs a serious polish. It's probably the worst condition of any car that I've ever bought, just because of probably how long it took to transit here. But my friends at Porsche at Wilmington didn't touch the car. So it literally came with the pool noodles on the doors. And the thing that stinks about GT3s is they just put like little baby pieces of plastic, like here, on the roof, here, and then like here. And then they put some goofy little wrap on the hood, and then like a little pool noodle that's glued to the front bumper. So I think they put this on too soon. It's just like my GT4. I've got these little fisheye, little swirly looking things on the paint. So I don't know if I can show it to you. That probably aren't going to come out. They didn't come out on my GT4. I didn't want to sand them. So good news is the paint is incredible. It's exactly what I wanted. It looks kind of washed out on this camera view. Make sure my camera's clean. But it's a super dark. It has a lot of black in it. That's what I wanted in the Brewster finish. And then I went gentleman spec in that I did the silver wheels and then black calipers, because I don't think yellow and green go very well together. But carbon ceramic brakes. I got lucky, and then I got Cup 2s. So I got Michelin Cup 2s on the car instead of Dunlops or some Pirelli version. So that's pretty awesome. But the normal carbon ceramic setup on a GT3. No axle lift, because I'm not a frickin' baby. I don't need an axle lift, so I opted out of the axle lift. And then the really cool thing about the Touring is that all of this here on the GT3s is black plastic, but on the Touring it's all painted, which looks freaking incredible. So again, don't let the camera fool you. This thing needs polished drastically, really badly. But I wanted to decon it, and I just did this car off camera. So I didn't do any of the unwrapping process. I had about a 55-gallon drum-sized garbage bag filled with all the plastic and all the crap that comes on the car that you get to take off, which was so awesome. So exterior options, I opted to do the painted roof. The idea here is that it's instead of paying for the carbon fiber, and since I was paying $12 grand for paint to sample, I wanted as much paint as I could get. So I didn't do the carbon fiber roof. I wanted to say silver wheels, super gentleman spec. I did the I'll grab the window sticker and we'll kind of go through all this stuff. But I did the Porsche design, black rear bumper, or black rear taillights, which I think look freaking cool. So they're not like super white like the 16 GT3s. So I like how that looks. I did the black trim. I was gonna do silver, but I decided to stay black. I'm glad I did that around the windows, so that'll look really great once I coat it. But exterior wise, man, the car looks awesome. So you got carbon ceramics. I'm sort of second guessing. The amber looks pretty cool on green, but I'll probably swap that for clear lenses. And then the LED headlights, black LED headlights as well. On the exterior, the hood is carbon. We'll pop that in a second. But let's just kind of look at the option list here. Make sure I covered all of this. So paint to sample was 12. So the car's base price is 12.8, and then paint to sample. So let's see, paint to sample, exclusive manufacturer interior. So a lot of interior stuff. Touring package in black was $200. Or no, that was $0. The extended range fuel tank I did. The Porsche PCCBs. The exclusive design fuel cap. The sun visors in leather comes as part of the leather package that I bought. Roof lining is in actually Alcantara. Yeah, LED matrix headlights, chrono package. Exclusive design taillights was $990. The smoking package, Bose surround, and then the pedals and footrest. So most of the options are actually on the inside with the full buckets and ambient lighting. So the interior is where it really gets freaking cool. So check this thing out. So you got the 992 door handles that pull out. The color, oh man, it's just insane. So Bose is the best system you can get. You can't do Brewster in this car. Let me open the other door so that we can get a maximum amount of light in here. But I'm not doing any kind of cage or anything on this. The only interior change I will do would be a radar detector. So this is exclusive manufacturer, which is a $15,000 option, and then another $5,000 option, so like 20 grand to get full, extended leather, extended stitching. And so you get the Cohiba stitching on the black leather on top of the door cards, Cohiba here. I did opt for the sport buckets since I decided to sell my GT3 RS. I went sport buckets. Gives you the Porsche insignia. I'm not in love with the seat inserts, but no, I'm not doing the 75-year-old man goofy Burberry striped thing in there. I'm not going to do that. But as old man as I get is this brown, and then the leather. I don't second guess putting these in here, but they come as part of the package. The leather wrapped floor mats. So then you can see the extended leather on the dash. It's all leather on the top of the dash with the Cohiba stitching. And then you get the fancy little exclusive manufacturer center console. They even give you like a separate manual holder to match. So you get this little thing to match, which is pretty cool. And then they give you this little pouch. I don't know if I'm a pouch kind of guy, but for the key, so you got the little old man pouch. But since you don't insert the key, maybe I'll just leave it in the old man pouch to match. But the interior is really pretty incredible. Even back here, the extended leather package includes the rear section. I don't do the rain sensors and all that crap, but what I do the ambient lighting. So there's lighting in the footwell, lighting in the rear. You can see sort of the light under the speaker there, light in the door cards. So there's a lot of that kind of light stuff going on. And then also part of it, these are leather, stitched leather as well, which is a part of the $20,000 package. And then also the steering column here, which is stitched and wrapped, super gentleman spec. And then their new, I don't know if I like these. I don't like these as much, but the new aluminum $630 option, pedals in aluminum, and then you have stitching here. So yeah, if they offered Brewster, I would be all over it. Let me get in here. Sort of show you the cockpit. So you can see the Cohiba stitching. leather steering wheel on the Touring instead of Alcantara. So there is no Alcantara in here with the exception of the headliner. So the headliner is what they call Race Tex, which is Porsche's version of Alcantara. You can see the stitching on the dash. It's pretty darn incredible. And then to me, this is just enough digital. So you can see the gauges on the right and left are digital. And then the center is sort of an analog dial for the tach. Obviously manual transmission in the Touring. And then, the center setup. I've got my Porsche thing is pending, so I have to go through this setup every time. Exhaust, suspension. There would be another button here for axle lift, which I didn't do. And then your stability control, traction control on off there. And then, of course, we have our drive modes where you select here. So you can go normal, sport, and track. And then you have a bunch of other stuff you can play with on this here. Clearly I haven't figured it out. There we go. So you can customize the view, change how things look, like the power. So all the same things that Porsches normally have, and then this becomes a full nav screen, which is pretty sick. And you can also change the tach as well, or I think you can adjust some things on there. So clearly I haven't spent a lot of time with it yet. I just spent the last day and a half, or I guess full day, just getting it cleaned up, windows wiped down and all the plastic taken off and all that stuff, setting up home link for my radar detector. I hate the Bose part. It'd be so awesome if they did Brewster for this car. Then it would be absolute perfection. Let me get out of here. Yeah. The color of the E36 is still sitting there. The color is just fantastic. So rear spoiler comes up just like all Carrera S's. You can raise the spoiler up, or it comes up at speed. You can see the lights, how they operate. No logos, no emblems other than the GT3 Touring and the Porsche on the back. That's the way I like it, nice and clean. The badge is an actual badge, or else I would take it off. You can't take it off the front. The Porsche badge on the Touring is it's an actual emblem. So, and it's recessed, so you can't take that off. The front trunk lid is full carbon fiber. Storage here. I don't know. Does anybody know? Did they make a 992? On all my 991 stuff, I had always bought the little plastic thing that goes in there that kind of finishes that off. I'm going to do an exhaust, but I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do done in headers, or I may just do like a Soul, or I don't think AWE makes one yet for the 992. But I may just do like not the center bypass, but you take badges off because it looks stupid. I always take the sticker off the GT3 RS. Makes it look so much cleaner. But look at that thing, man. This is perfection. So I don't want to start lowering and modifying and creating problems for myself. So I'm going to do radar detector. It's not really getting driven until I get the paint corrected, which won't be for several weeks, if not months. So it's going to kind of sit in the garage and look pretty, but I did want to at least clean it up. But it's going to go down to auto paint guard to get full PPF, and then I'm going to do Crystal Serum Ultra, topped with XOV5 version 5. And I'll take the wheels off and do Deluxe and Gliss. I don't think I'm doing aftermarket wheels. I think I'm leaving it just like this. This is kind of the aftermarket setup. But, yeah, it's pretty freaking cool, man. I don't have time to correct it right now. I've got too many projects going on. I'm going to have this car for a long time, theoretically. So... the other thing I'll do is tint the windows, and I think I'm actually going to execute on this. I'm really going to do 70% tint, keep it pretty light looking, but at least take the edge off to keep the interior looking freaking good. So yeah, man, I don't think I don't need to do much. You know, learn lessons on doing too much to cars. This one is pretty darn good right from the get-go. And the color's freaking fantastic. It's gonna look really good when I get it polished. It is really janky from the factory. Like scratches everywhere, sanding marks, just terrible. I know it looks fine on camera, but yeah, this is YouTube Live on an iPhone. That's the quality that you get. So I don't know what to tell you. This is the high of qualities we can do. So yeah, no, I'm not taking this to the track. Why would I do that? This is gonna be my freaking amazing collector car. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys. We'll do a formal 4K red video here soon, and I'll be doing some polishing on camera, but I wanted to share it with you.